I came here, the month I was going to be 93, I came to Holton Home. And I called it my second home. And that's what it really is. Getting wonderful care. I love everybody. They're still my second family. Everybody here, if they had a choice, would rather be like they were when they were younger. Who wouldn't? I dream sometimes of running up a hill. I used to love to run. I used to love to jump too. Those are memories now, but they're good memories. They're good memories. Everyone here has a story to tell.
I was elected the first woman assistant judge in Newfane. People told me not to bother because they would never elect a woman. And so I said, well, I think it's time for a change because it's only fair that a woman should have just as much to say as a man. Well, I think I'll sit down and...
How did you get that open?
Oh, well. And I found that people who came before us felt better. When the women came in, they said, oh, at last there's somebody who will listen to me and have it balanced. The best part was knowing that in some small way I had a chance to make somebody's life better and fair.
Want to share one of these?
You can just share and have your own.
I had a teaching job at Brattleboro High School. What I was teaching was French. I studied in Paris in 1959 and 60. I've returned several times because I have friends in France. I think Paris, of course, is my favorite. I was always very independent before. Now I can't be that independent. I'm as independent as I can be.
Just reach that hand up and think of something.
When I moved to Holton Home, I thought, if I can't be in my house, I'm very much at home here. And they take good care of me. And I can't say enough good things about it, and I really have enjoyed it very much.
My hands rest on you. And you go around here as if I'm holding, making sure that you're loss. Bring it back to your heart. Send it out to all those you love, all those you cherish. You know, what was your day like when you came home, back home to Holton Home?
It was wonderful.
Was it?
It was wonderful.
We missed
and
you
I
so
am
much.
back home.
I've been working at Holton Home for 7.5 years, and I just love it here.
I've worked at Holton Home for 16 years.
9 years. 7 years.
9 years.
12 years.
I believe they bring me more joy than what I could possibly bring them. They're experts at living.
One of the questions that I ask when they first move in is, what do you still want to accomplish in life? Write memoirs, write poetry. It's pretty amazing to be in a position where you get to sort of make dreams come true.
I started writing poetry. I was in my 80s, believe it or not. And most of it, I guess you would call it complaints in verse. The name I can't remember, the place I know not where. I was prepared for arthritic arms and legs, but not for a brain turned into scrambled eggs. Some people think it's funny. They begin to call you honey. But I will shout, rant, and rave. Old age is only for the brave.
My mother was a member of the Flying Sanzanides, which were a trapeze and acrobat troupe.
You made this up.
I made this up.
Well, obviously
you made it up. You made it. Oh, I said you were 92 and still active.
You do make up. I've made friends. It's hard to believe that in a short time you can make close friends. There was someone in particular, and fortunately we were placed at the same table. You get a special kind of relationship with your table mates.
She's intelligent.
How generous of you, Mary.
She's talented.
See, this is why I love Mary. The friendships I've made here are surprising to me. We're kind of in it together.
How many of you had a marriage where the same argument came up over and over? Am I the only one?
You're the only one?
I don't believe you.
Well, I'm a good example. I don't know enough to shut my mouth.
She's saying that she can imagine in war, it's very hard to step back. But when our blood is boiling, it's very hard not to hurt people. Echo agrees. Congress and their rising tensions and their inability to work things out.
I was thinking back the first time I visited Holton Home, and it was kind of love at first sight. I mean, I just loved that slightly fusty elegance of the front rooms, and seeing people in their comfortable rooms surrounded by their mementos and getting their stories. How are you doing? Did I see you out walking? Yeah? Great day for a walk, huh? Let's see. Go ahead and bend it.
That just happened just lately, I don't know.
Wow. Yeah, that's called trigger finger, because it feels like a trigger, doesn't it? Kind of going pop, pop.
Yeah.
I'm in family practice. I don't deliver babies anymore, but I still take care of little kids all the way up through the ages, and as I've gotten along in years, so I have a lot of my patients.
Yes, that's good. I've had a great life. I've had a wonderful life. Everything about it has been great. And now I've moved here, which is a new experience completely.
Yeah, those are your sons.
Yes.
Their lives are contracting as their vision, their balance, their strength, just their ability to cope, their cognitive skills contract. And at some point, it really starts impacting their quality of life, their happiness. I mean, measurable things like their weight and how well they're taking their medicines and how many emergency room their visits, but also just this sort of not thriving. How perfect. Yeah. Did you? Great. Wow. Yeah. The women we saw today are obviously just prime examples of needing that transition. And the one is just like, I think of the poster child of what residential care can do. Because at home, it was just this kind of constant slow motion crumble of coming to the office more and more often and on medicines and trying to adjust them and then realizing the adjustments didn't really work and realizing, oh, you know, she's sleeping in and then she's not taking her morning medicines. And once she got in, it was just like a flower blossom just opening again. I mean, all of a sudden, all these crises just kind of faded away, and she had meals on time, and she got medications on time.
Well, great to see you.
Everything just got so much easier. We started cutting medications because lo and behold, she didn't need so many when she was taking them properly. 10 years ago, it seemed her life expectancy was measured in months or a year or so. Here she is just maintaining social contact, and it just gets easier and easier to take care of her.
People feel a lot of pressure to go to extraordinary lengths to keep their family member in their home, and of course that's a natural way for people to feel the way they want to take care of their parent or family member. But what I've seen is that often the person who stays in the home ends up isolated. And I've seen many people, when there's an assisted living, where they can be active, interact with people, have conversations, it really is a better outcome. People have less difficulty with dementia and just are more physically active as well, so that whatever issues they have with arthritis or muscle aches are less when you're being physically active.
My mother's been so much happier since she's been at Holton Home. She's made so many good friends. She has a life of her own. I feel a lot less responsibility and a lot less stress, and so that takes a lot of the load off of me. And yeah, we can just hang out and be, mom and daughter, mother and daughter again, and it's wonderful.
We have an absolutely wonderful staff that anticipate people's needs almost ahead of what they need.
You want a banana tonight? Yeah, I'm gonna need grapes. I sure do. Oh, good. Hi. Thank you, hon. I'm gonna take the yogurt. Okay, I'm gonna get the yogurt. Yep.
Marjorie, got your laundry.
Great. Got some time for me to go away.
I know it, and I've got some beautiful clothes closet for you, and you don't have to worry about ironing them again. No.
There was a lot of affection shown to my mother by the staff, and she kind of ate it up. I mean, she enjoyed it, you know, made her special. And they treated my mother very much as a person. You know, my mother could be a little bit feisty. You know, she's a small person, and I think she was born fighting, and you know, did it all of her life. At least that's the mother I remember. Yes, she recently passed away. She'd had a stroke. I knew very well what my mother would have wanted, so we brought her back to the Holton home with hospice care. One of my sisters and I spent a lot of time that evening with her, and the staff came in and, you know, asked if there's anything we would like, and talked about her a lot. In fact, one nurse, Carol, she stayed another hour and a half just talking with me, just, you know, about my mother and how much the people there liked her. And that's, you always like to hear that, you know.
When my mom was actually dying, we were welcomed as a family into Holton Home, and it was a very serene passing that she had. We were able to sleep in the room so that someone could be near her at all times. We had meals there, we brought in food when we wanted to bring in food, and she was so well cared for by the staff so that we as a family could just focus on interacting with her and being present with her as she went through her passage.
It's just a very home-like family atmosphere where people care about each other, the residents, the staff, you know, and we go through it all together. You know, I really love that it really feels like a family to them, and a lot of people really feel like they're home. And it's, you know, we have these amazing gardens. We know what people love and are able to kind of provide them a lot of happiness and joy, you know, at this point in their lives.
Hi. Okay. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? Oh, it's so good to see you.
Do you want to have your walking sticks? Because we're going to be walking across the Bridge of Flowers. I won't tell Deb.
I've been to Bridge of Flowers.
So let's get in, and Barb, why don't you take the front seat, so I'm not going to have you get in quite yet. Does that sound good? They have a table waiting for us if you want to go up, or you can wait. Did you like the special salad? What do you want to drink? But don't worry, because we'll be walking. It's not a really long walk. So go right in and start walking.
Look at this.
Whoa, look at these.
Look at that tree.
Do you love that, Barb? We have this one at Holton Home, and they have the coolest yellow golden flowers.
And this, what this must.
Smell these ones? Can you smell them?
After this film was completed, Holton Home merged with Bradley House, another distinguished residential care facility in Brattleboro, to become Garden Path Elder Living. Everything you've seen in the film about Holton Home is true about Bradley House. Great staff, wonderful residents, excellent care. And in both homes, our motto is the same, caring for your family as our own.
نو کمزوریم د غریبیم د ګاډي کریم شي د سپس کې بیا د خوراک کاک دغه شي نو دومره وځ زمونږ نه کیږي کدی له ډاکټران مطلب د قابل او خراش نو دا به ډیره خشي مونږ ته اسانه وشي. په کال 1933 کې د تختبای د خلکو لپاره حکومت یو بنیادی مرکزی صحت جوړ کو کوم ته چې